Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second session for the traction education for GT. So, this time we're going to talk about competitor analysis, and I am your host. My name is Brigitte, and I'm RCGT for Youth Attraction for AP. A little bit about myself: I am from Romania, I'm 25 years old. I've been a member for OGB, a team leader for OGB, member for IGB, VP for IGB, and then last year I was MCVP OG in OGT for Thailand, and this year I am MCVP OG in OGT for Romania. Cool, so let's move on. So when it comes to competitor analysis, why are we doing this? And we can see it from two perspectives. We can see it as a threat, or we can see it as an opportunity. Quite frankly, they're kind of both. Yeah. So looking at your competitor can bring you in a protective but also opportunistic state. And there's some questions that you need to ask yourself. So who is your competitor and how many of them are there? What is that your competitors do that works? So you can also use it. What is that they do and it doesn't work? So you know to avoid it. And what can be taken and adjusted for your product? Is your competitor invading the market that you are having, or you just think they are doing it, but actually don't? What are they selling, and what past strategies did they have, and what are they using now? So we can learn from others' mistakes, right? So, but before doing your competitor analysis, um, you have to understand your market, right? You need to do your own analysis of your product. So, what is that customers are searching for? What are the keywords that take them to your product? What past and current strategy are you using? What are you selling, and how are you selling them? So, for the reason why you need to ask yourself this question is so that you understand, so you know actually what are you comparing with to your competitor. So yeah, this is an important part before moving on and actually doing the competitor analysis. So before you, let's say, compare yourself, you need to understand what makes you you and what makes the competitor your competitor. Good. So here are 5 frameworks that you can use for your analysis. So the first one, I think it's not that unfamiliar for you. So it's the SWOT analysis. So strengths, internal factors that give you advantage, weaknesses, internal factors that work in your disadvantage, opportunities, external, and I repeat, external factors that pose opportunities, and threats, external factors that pose threats. Cool. So the idea is that a lot of times maybe you have noticed that when it comes to opportunities and threats, a lot of people put still internal factors that are like contributing to some changes within the organization. So no, it's all about what is happening outside that is influencing what is happening in the inside. Okay, so how to use the SWOT analysis is a good framework when doing your strategic planning. By filling the boxes with internal and external factors, you get a better overview of how to work your way through obstacles and maximize your strengths. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So do not use opportunities and threats as opportunities and threats within the organization, but more of what is externally happening that is influencing your um, your performance, but also of your competitor. Good. Then you have the Porter's five forces. Good. So what is this? Um, so this is used more when you try to enter like a new market, so new university or new city, then you want to explore GT in. So the simple thing that you have to do is to answer the 5 questions that are mentioned here. So how easy is it for your new business to set up shop? So meaning like how easy it is for GT to um, to put themselves out there in the new market. How much power do customers have? How much power do suppliers have, meaning you? How likely are customers to switch to alternatives? And how many firms compete and how much is the market growing? So, yeah, it's like easy to use. You just answer the questions, and instead of new business, you just replace it with GT because that's basically you. Good. Then you have the strategic group analysis. So what is this? You are grouping the competitors in smaller groups, right? And you see like in which group you kind of fall in, and the groupings are based on similarities. So based on that, you're gonna know, okay, so my competitor uh, A or whatever it is in your group is doing the same thing that I'm doing, and my competitor like I don't know, A and B or whatever is doing something that I'm not doing. They're also similar. So based on this, you're gonna know where you're situating yourself, placing yourself, but also what is that you can learn from your competitor and advance. So share of voice is mainly word of mouth. So you know what is word of mouth, and reliance on paid search. So it's more like how much you need to invest into marketing to make your product known, right? So as you can see here in this example, competitor A and B, they're kind of like in the middle. So they also have like people talking about them, but they also invest in doing more marketing so that people get to talk about them even more, right? So yeah, moving on, the perceptual mapping. Okay, so how to use this one? So the perceptual mapping shows you where your product is located from the view of your customers. The first step is to determine two attributes you'll use as the basis for comparison. Next, you plot where your product and those of your competitors fall on the spectrum of those two attributes. So usually it's has in the picture, so high quality and high price or low quality and low price. So you need to see how um, your customer is viewing your product. So GT, does it fall into high quality and high price, or does it fall into low price or low quality? So you need to see this. Based on this, um, you can also kind of like see what are like the customers you're having, right? And you can also see like what kind of changes you can do to kind of like move a bit more, I don't know, up, or you know what is that you need to change to be viewed better, right? For example, if you have high price and low quality, that's not going to be that well perceived, and you cannot really advance in the market this perception of yours with this perception of your customers about you, because who wants a product that has like a high price and low quality? Basically no one. Good. And then as for the last one, you have the growth share matrix. So what is this? So you need to know what is the product that will bring you like the most revenue. So you have here the start. Okay, you want to invest more because it brings you like a lot of revenue. It's also popular. It sells well. Then you have the cash cow, which is like a stable product that is always sold, and you know that you're gonna get like income for it. So you can use the money to invest in the star product to make the star product into a new cash cow. Then you have the pet, which is okay. You might want to change a little bit how you position the product so it kind of like gets to be more popular. And then you have the question mark, which is either you invest in it or you just give up on it like completely. It might be like a product that doesn't really make sense and it's not really popular and no one's really buying it. So as for GT, like we don't have several products to kind of like to put them in these boxes, but you have sub products, and this is how you can actually view this and have it in your, like, let's say in your use this metrics. So you can use with the sub products and see, okay, which sub products is the most popular and which sub products is selling still the best, and what are the ones that you need to kind of, reposition. For example, the star, as for Romania, the star subproduct would be the marketing or PA. But then the ones that bring the most um, approvals, although I didn't market it that much, is the subproduct for teaching. And then as for the pet, um, it was more like for IT because I was trying to do some new, let's say, new tricks with it, try to put it out there. So yeah, that's how you can actually like see it. Good. So now if you're having any questions, feel free to approach me at any time, right? So if you need my contact details, you can ask your regional manager for it, and I'll be gladly to answer your questions. Good. And this was pretty. And yep, hope to see you next time. See ya.